Woohoo! Welcome back to Hex Token Channel Live. Woohoo! Number 2. Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex, of course. We're going to rock it today. Man, oh man, oh man. We've got lots to talk about, of course. Liquid loans, Pulsechain, what's going to pump that? We're going to talk about that. We're going to also get into the prices as always, because we like to cover the action on the markets all the time, because that's the kind of the lifeblood of these projects. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to look at a few things as well, so stay tuned for that as we move on. We've got a few in the house already. Dave down under, where's Amber in your thumbnail? I was going to put Amber in the thumbnail, but I thought about it again, and of course, guess what? Yesterday when I put Johnny Depp, the thing about Johnny Depp. You know, YouTube curtailed my video. Let's say that. So man, oh man, you got it's tough out there. You got to be careful what you say and do. That's pretty much it. So imagine putting a picture of Amber on the front. I'll probably get myself done over, but this is the way it goes. Hexodol says, yep. And Brennan says, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Good to see you, Brennan. And Sandeep as well from Calcutta, India, representing you. Good to see Sandeep in the house. We're getting a bit crazy on today's live stream, so hopefully you guys settle in for some craziness. It's going to be a lot of fun. But here we are. We got the Pulse. We got liquid loans, I should say. The user interface here, and of course, man, people can't wait to get access to this. So this is going to be really cool. And looks like they're going to have a couple of price feeds as well. Price feeds, obviously, I'm assuming they're going to have a direct price feed into PulseX, or they may just use oracles, which are picking up price feeds from multiple DEXs and AMMs. So that would probably be the safer route, which is what we see with Liquidity. So it's going to be pretty cool on that. But the user interface looks pretty good on this. Let's see whether they've zapped this up any further. Zapped the US UI interface any when we do get access to the testnet there, where they've changed many things on here. It's going to be fascinating to see. Now, on Liquidity, there's many front ends to Liquidity. I don't know, is there 20 of them? And it's a lot of them. And maybe there's 10. I don't know, but it's a lot. And you can do front ends into the contract. So can be fascinating. How many front ends will end up being with liquid loans? That's another question. I don't know whether they've got the access or not. Something food for thought in any case. But yeah, it's going to be fun to see. The stable coin, of course, I'm always saying I think the USDL stablecoin is going to perform like a boss on the chain, Pulsechain. Good chance without a hard coin. Even if a hard coin comes, hard stable coin that is a fiat back one is what is the one they seem to preference. Even if one of those, I think USDL is going to be. Look out for it. I think a good chance of it being the big heavyweight stable coin on Pulsechain. Yeah, one stable coin to rule them all. It's going to be fascinating to see that. And of course, backed externally, not by a token within the system, but external, which is the Pulse token, and of course the native token on Pulsechain is going to be pretty badass, I think. It's also going to be over collateralized. That means you'll always be able to get your stablecoin redeemed back to Pulse. There's no mint and burning going on, no under collateralization, and of course that's going to be absolutely a boom. And that's stable. That's going to provide so much stability for DeFi. It's going to be really amazing. Now, obviously, people sacrificed a lot for Pulsechain, so we're going to pull that up on the liquid loans. And so we've been, everyone's been waiting pretty patiently for this. This was the biggest sacrifice, $51.6 million US. And of course, let's add the word something that we can actually believe happened. There's one or two other sacrifices up there that looks almost laughable. But this one here, $51.6 million based on this on Hex Pulse info. 9,500 wallets plus probably another 500 inside the Magic Carpet Ride pool. So we're maybe sitting at 10,000. I originally thought it might be even higher than this, but based on Magic Carpet Ride stuff, I pulled that back down. Maybe there's a couple other syndicates in there. Let's say 10,000, maybe 11,000 tops. Let's say that. That's kind of where I see the estimate on wallets. The estimate here, this is without referral bonuses, I believe, was about 1.1 trillion loan tokens. Whoa, the loan tokens. We've got the top ones, of course. Magic Carpet Ride, a syndicate pool managed to trump the Hex Godwell at number 2. That was that was pretty exciting to see that. Woo-hoo-hoo. But you can see they're looking at a pretty, 255 billion approximately. Obviously, when we get the final numbers up, there's likely to be higher. And then, of course, 215 for the Hex Godwell there as well. Now, I don't know what this third wallet is here. It's got 0 on there. I'm not sure what that happened to that one. It's got some numbers here coming in there. So, yeah. Anyway, we've got that going on. The top 50 wallets, of course. The bottom one is 9,000 based on this number here on Hex Pulse. 118 million for that. So it gives you some sort of breadth of idea. Sacrifice went pretty well, of course. Just recapping, this was the big feature of liquid loans, if we recall, and that was the longer pays better. So they had earlier pays better, bigger pays better, and a longer pays better, and longer really did pay better. 150% more tokens, and of course 2.5x on the volume. Of course, you don't get to stake them in the platform. You have to wait until they come out. So we're probably expecting about 25% of the tokens come out straight away, and not all of those will get staked in the loans in the staking platform. A lot of them, a good amount probably won't be. There'll be speculators in there. People just hold them. People put them in liquidity, all that sort of stuff. So we're going to get a combination of there. And of course, obviously, liquid loans got to ramp up over time. I suggest it's going to be pretty powerful. We're sort of looking at maybe a launch 4 to 8 weeks after Pulsechain launches, and I think that is one of the biggest pumpamentals for Pulsechain straight out of the gate in a second wave. I always call it a second wave when the lending platforms come on to hit the market. It's a second wave of leverage pumpamentals. It's absolutely powerful, hugely powerful. It's going to be amazing. And of course, we're expecting to see Fiat, the fork of Aave, out that time, and no doubt there'll be other third-party forks as well and things like that. So products. Got to be very careful with the ones you pick up, of course. You've got to have, quite credibility in the behind us. Big thing with liquid loans, of course, they're so professional. They're building up that following. They are marketing super hard. They have a super talented team. It really is shaping up to look like a really terrific platform and product. And it's going to be launching, pretty much after the volatility on Pulsechain. And then, of course, people can make really much better informed decisions in terms of leverage lending on there as well. So it is really lining up for the Holy Grail. They're going to have a lot of other extra benefits around this, not just the liquid loans. They're talking with exchanges and all sorts of other things they're adding on. Gnosis Safe and exchanges, lots of other stuff I imagine these guys are going to expand into. And I think we'll be thanking the team, months into Pulsechain. I think we'll be actually saying thanks, all of the good things that you've done for the ecosystem. So I'm actually extremely positive about liquid loans, and of course the scale and the scope of what they're doing is going to be pretty cool. Now here we are at the moment. We've got you've got the profile here. We've got Hex Godwell all the way out 24 months. So Hex Godwell is not getting tokens for 24 months. Hex Godwell typically plays the long game. That's how the Hex Godwell's got so wealthy. And of course, good on them for that. And of course, I've got two scenarios here with this. Of course, is that there could be some pretty mad gains at the front. And of course, if the platform is successful over multiple years, then getting the 150% payout could end up being a better bet. So it's a the short-term play at the high bullish income at the beginning, possibly high capital price of loan tokens, for example, versus the long-term play, super successful platform. Pulse goes up over time. Lots of troves are taken out, all that sort of stuff, and the price goes up pretty well. And so your volume gain is pretty mad. You've got to outperform that, remember, up until that point. Obviously, it's not just one though. Every single month, we got more loan tokens coming out. And of course, they'll go back onto the platform there. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see that. So that is pretty much that. And of course, a lot of the whales are relatively small. You see most of the wallets under 2,500 there. And then you've got the rest of the wallets above that. And of course, with the giant wallets, the Hex Godwell, Magic Upright Syndicate, and things like that. Obviously, the sacrifice period was over in a certain amount of time. And here is our distribution of tokens. But like I say, the Hex Godwell in the orange here, and probably much of the red one, Magic Upright, delayed for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, that sort of thing. So it's going to be pretty cool. We will see. It's going to be fascinating. In any case, we are going to have the sacrifices balances finally coming to hit the market, which is going to be amazing. Liquid Loans obviously is doing amazing with the videos on their sites. Matt's doing a terrific job And of course, they're up over 10,000 followers, almost 11,000 on Twitter, and absolutely killing it on YouTube as well. Lots of cool videos, interviewing lots of different people. Jim Rat Crypto, heaps of people is on there. I think we've had Fashion Coda, lots of other ones there. We've got Jesse, Just Ask Jesse, the boss on stablecoins right now, just killing it with alpha bombs all over the place, and of course blowing up a lot of things with cool crypto. I should be careful with the words I use on YouTube. I forget, sometimes you forget where you are. But in any case, that's pretty much it. And looking pretty good there in the stuff they're doing there. So very, very nice. So definitely doing good on the social media, and of course a super talented team. And they're coming out. Jesse, Jesse, Just Ask Jesse was on a video just with in the last 24 hours. So maybe only 8 hours ago, something like that. But it's not too long ago. And of course they were doing some cool videos on that. So we're gonna quickly check that out in a minute. Before we do that, we're gonna get into the chat and catch up. We got Pulsechain in the house there. Woohoo, from Thailand. Good to see you, Pulsechain, as well. Hex Hodl says up, says Hex Hodl. Nice. Yep. I agree with you on that. Froz is in house there. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Froz from Calcutta, India as well. A big shout out to the watchers in India, and all the best in the future. Coming up pretty good. Life-changing wealth, as we say. Life-changing wealth. It's now. Says, see how long I last tonight. Says it's now. We know you can do it. We know it's late, but you can do it. Mr. Froz is in house. Good morning, all. A crazy Hex token is a fun Hex token, says Brennan. That's true. Yeah, I feel a little crazy right now, folks. You just never know what's going to come out during the live stream. It is just that way. We got a big shout out there. Brendan says, a guy just drove past my house riding a motor-sized esky. Shelly bin. That's hilarious. That fits the show pretty well. What 10 have not liked? Yeah, smash that like button, folks. It's easy to just go boop, 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 boop. You're the sound effects. You have to make them yourself. And even if you want to add in a little stutter like I just did, you can add in the stutter as you do it. You go boop, 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 like that. You can do that. Definitely smash the like. Hit the subscribe button too if you're new to the channel. You like some craziness in crypto. Crypto crazy. In fact, the CEO of Liquid Loans is Crypto Crazy Crypto or Crypto Crazy, one of those two, CC. So that works out pretty well. Two funds in the house with the thumbs up, looking good. Joe Blausen. Hey, Joe, good to see you. And man, your thumbnail looks pretty cool. Let me pull up that thumbnail. You got some cool hairdo on there, I think. I don't know if I can actually see that. The hairdo there looks pretty cool. What else? We got James Bond in the house there. Woohoo! With the emojis, looking fine. Good to see James in the house there. Hey, Jesse Pit Boss is here. Safe for passive income generation. And both USDL and PLS, absolutely. It's great to have Jesse in the house. Absolutely dropping out bombs all over crypto, as I say. Very, very cool. Got the thumbs up there. Nice. SAC balance is nearly ready for release. Woo! Video's nearly done by Matt about it. Website done. We are close, y'all. You can't get past that. Let's party. Party. Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, Pulsechain may be waiting for Pulsechain. We're getting good info. As I said, Liquid Loans is the next big thing coming up before Pulsechain. And it's going to be very exciting. Now, there's a few other projects I expect to see stuff from, but nothing's bigger than Liquid Loans, that's for sure. So great update there. SAC balances are nearly ready for release. Video is nearly done. By Matt about it. Website done. We are getting close to you all. That plays in pretty well for our video. So we're going to play the video now and get into it. This was only a little while ago with Jesse, the pit boss on that. We'll just
sacked. When are we going to see our SAC balances? If people have referral codes, that kind of thing. When is that all going to be up in for people to see?
Yep. So listen, they're done. There's some filming that's being done, so people can. We just like to release films for everything we do too. So there's like a film being done by Matt that shows like how to read the page that shows all the balances and such.
Okay.
So literally, it could be today or tomorrow. I suspect maybe this weekend or at the latest Monday or Tuesday. Everyone's going to see that.
Right, so we'll play one more time.
When are we going to see our SAC balances? If people have referral codes, that kind of thing. When is that all going to be up in for people to see?
Yep. So listen, they're done. There's some filming that's being done, so people can. We just like to release films for everything we do too. So there's like a film being done by Matt that shows like how to read the page that shows all the balances and such.
Okay.
So literally, it could be today or tomorrow. I suspect maybe this weekend or at the latest Monday or Tuesday. Everyone's going to see that.
So that's super positive, folks. And as you saw, Jesse's in the chat there. SAC balances are nearly ready for release. A video is nearly done by Matt and the website done. We are close to you all on that one. I love it. A big shout out to the Liquid Loans team. Woo-hoo-hoo. And of course, it's now got the boops in there. Very cool. I didn't sack for Liquid Loans, but I'm going to use it, says James Bond. Yeah, it's a terrific platform. And that stable coin, I'm sure, is going to be, I think you're going to see USDL in a lot of trading pairs. And I don't see any reason stopping it from being the number one stable coin. Watch out for that. That's going to be pretty badass. KSB TV's in house. Hey, KSB. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good to see you. And man, I'm a big fan of KSB TV. You guys are killing out there on the front lines. Onboarding. That's the way it goes. Jesse's got the rockets. That's right. The rockets are coming. It's going to be pretty awesome, folks, as well. Now, if you're watching this video after the live stream, don't forget to leave a comment about what you like about Liquid Loans. Definitely put that in the chat. I'd like to see that. I'll respond to every single comment. Put it in the chat after the live stream there. All right, very cool. So that's what we've got for Liquid Loans. Pretty awesome update. Now Pulsechain's coming, of course, and I've put in the title there, what will pump Pulsechain big time. Now, there's obviously a number of big factors that are going to play out on a Pulsechain pump, but clearly, in my view, what else is out there that's going to be able to give you the chance of a huge, big return? And really struggle to see anything. There are other blockchains and stuff like that, but what's coming with the full system state of Ethereum? Nothing. And of course, it's going to be fascinating to see that play out. Now, obviously, we're waiting on Pulsechain launch. We're waiting for a lot of that wait, I should say, is also going to give a lot of opportunities for a lot of projects to, put the final touches on their products. For some teams, which got longer development timeframes, gives them a lot more time. And of course, they won't be so late when Pulsechain launches, in the sense, it's not 6 months later, it could be 4 months later, 3 months later, they get their products hitting the market. So I think that's going to be really cool. But of course, the big thing that we're going to have is leverage lending. And of course, that's where Liquid Loans fits in. It's going to be absolutely massive. And the thing is, it's compared to Liquidity, it's starting at the very beginning, right? So it's going to have all that upside to that. So, and of course, it's not going to have the fee issue and things like that. So it's going to be pretty powerful. I am interested in the price feeds. And I know that Jesse was talking about that in a previous live stream. But of course, some form of oracles for that. But yeah, I love trying to guess what it is. But there we are. Obviously, we've got PulseX. What other AMMs going to be feeding into that oracles to get that robustness in the price calls? Obviously, number one, it's like the lifeblood of Liquid Loans, having a proper price call. Liquidity has it on chain. Chainlink, I think two price calls on there. So pretty interesting stuff there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be absolutely badass. And of course, big actors are going to be taking out loans and troves on there, and of course, accumulating phase. On top of that, we have something else that Liquidity didn't have, and that is a community and strategies that have come out that look like people may work together in a sense to do the haunted strategy, to do the hexy cat strategy, those sort of things, and to accumulate more Pulse, and of course get that off the market. So this is regardless of anything else that's going on, like big whales coming in to buy Pulse, big institutions buying Pulse. This is all outside the VC capitalists and all that sort of stuff. This is just a decent sized retail book, probably we'll call it the middle upper class of the retail book, coming in to Liquid Loans and depositing PLS, minting, issuing some USDL and going off and either putting that in the platform itself or going off and to earn some more loan tokens and stuff like that, or to go off and buy PLS, buy PLSX, buy X, whatever else they want to get to. But we probably good chance we'll see some teams get together. I know Magic Carpet Ride has successfully built up a huge sacrificing syndicate pool, and they've got a massive following that only gets bigger and bigger and bigger by the day. And a big reason behind that is because they're liked, they're trusted, and they've been effective. So pretty amazing stuff there. I expect to see some of that happening with the Liquid Loans, which we don't often see. We do see it sometimes, but sometimes we see them in trading pools do it. Trading pools often do it. let's go pump the particular product. But this is different, of course. The strategies, maybe take a bit more leverage every time the price goes up 10% or something like that. You end up borrowing a bit more and pushing the price up. All becomes self-fulfilling. And of course, with pretty large dollars, it can scale up pretty fast. That would also be able to absorb quite a bit of whale selling. And of course, this will be done at least maybe 4 to 8 weeks after Pulsechain launches, which means a lot of that volatility has gone out of the play that you may reasonably expect. And of course, the really extreme stuff goes out. You always get big sellers, but you get a lot of the extreme stuff out of the way the first couple of weeks, maybe 4 or 5 weeks or whatever it's going to be when they launch. So it's going to be pretty cool. And also the price of Pulse should be a bit more obvious. It might have had a pullback, might have gone up really high and stayed up high. So you just don't know. Obviously, we think that the whales, at least on this channel, that the wallet ratio is a big indication of how Pulse is going to do. And of course, with the airdrop and with the bridge opening up with cross-chain bridges, fiat gateways, indirectly in any case, coming into place, is going to be really powerful too. I am fascinated to see what Power City, what Liquid Loans have been managed to do in terms of potentially talking to centralized exchanges and getting those relationships up. Those are fundamental to a flourishing Pulse chain, and I'm really excited to see how that all plays out at the end. Obviously, there's a few other teams out there probably doing similar things, but these are the high-end things. These take people that have got confidence, they've got knowledge, and can execute these relationships, contractual relationships, and things like that. And of course, coding that all in and things like that. So it's going to be fun, folks. And the scale is pretty big, right? Liquid Loans got the #1 sacrifice, and I think the product has proven itself. The developer did amazing stuff. There's a couple of videos on YouTube. There's one I think a couple of weeks ago with the developer of Liquidity, and of course a super smart young guy. And this product has really proven itself. LUSD, which is the stable coin for Liquidity on Ethereum, has performed extremely well. And of course, we've shown that on this channel several times. It comes back to peg really fast, and of course has been pretty stable. And that's because it's based on an exogenous system and not an endogenous one like Luna and UST. So I think that's going to bode really well for Pulsechain. I would also like to see a fiat-backed stable coin as well on Pulsechain. So if we had those two together, would give us a nice diversification in stable coins. Obviously, USD Circle and Tether, particularly Tether, a little bit unknown of what that's going to happen there. Obviously, USD Circle with the Center Group, with Coinbase, and that having to have it backed 1-to-1, and they do monthly reports on that. Tether, of course, lacking transparency, and often the price does tend to move away from peg, particularly with Luna. We saw that started to get sold off a little bit there, but got arbitrage back to peg as well. So it's going to be stablecoin. It's going to be so fundamental for Pulsechain, and of course that by itself is going to attract. So Liquid Loans doing a few things, and one of those things is obviously a stablecoin that's going to be fundamental for Pulsechain. Number 2. They're also going to be on as a validator as well. I suspect they've got a good chance of becoming the #1 validator, and that's in part because of who's sacrificed with them. You've got Hex Godwell and a few others in there, and so I suspect that they've got a very good chance of doing that. I know David Fedder's on the top at the moment with the validator, but it's going to be tough. We're going to have a lot of good members in the community be validators, and I would love to see all 33 of the validators be pretty strong, committed members. But in any case, getting the top 20 or so would be pretty good. And I can see that we've got at least another top 10 at the moment there with PulseDoge and How to Pulse. How to Pulse also is going to be offer a lot of utility value to Pulsechain and help it really survive. Now, a lot of people talk about pumping their bags, and we all want to get to that point. But on a commercial side, we actually need a lot of stuff to build out the ecosystem. And I think Liquid Loans, How to Pulse, and Liquidity and teams like that are going to help us get over the line there with that. Plus, obviously, a lot of traditional players perhaps on the ETH chains coming over to Pulsechain as well. So it's going to be interesting to see all that play out. but we do need leadership in that area, and it seems like we've got it. I think this is a very lucky place to be. Obviously, Richard can't do everything himself, and even though he's got more devs now than ever, I think it's really, really cool. So feel the pump. Yeah, and like I say, leverage lending is the key to pumping asset values. Obviously, as the US government pumps more money into the monetary supply, I know they're trying to do some little pullbacks at the moment, but those are all typically quite illusory, I should say. They print over here, they don't print over there, kind of thing. And so yeah, it's going to be pretty fascinating to see that while they're printing all that money, of course, that helps leverage lending, that helps asset values, and that still flows into crypto too. So it's going to be pretty cool. And yeah, very excited, man. Very excited. Sacrifice balance is coming, maybe by Monday, Tuesday, maybe even before that over the weekend. That'll be so much fun. We'll have a dance party on this show for sure when all it comes out. Looking forward to the user interface, of course. And of course, want to get the user interface. We'll play around with that on Pulsechain. Be covering that on this channel as well. What have we played around with so far? We've played around with the fiat one. I think we've played around with a little bit of the Mintra one. I think we played around a little bit of that. I think we did. Can't remember now, but we definitely looked at the Mintra one for the NFT marketplace, which I think can be one of the top, 4 or 5 marketplaces, if not number 1 or 2. That will depend on course if OpenSea and others come over, but I think that's going to be cool anyway. But the one thing OpenSea doesn't have that Mintra and other ones do have is they have the ownership tokens, and most of the Pulsechain projects have a lot of ownership tokens. In other words, they share the revenue, the profit of the platform gets shared to you, just like Liquid Loans does if you put it into the staking pools and things like that. So and stability pools, staking pools. So it's going to be pretty awesome for that point of view. I think Pulsechain's actually leading the way into DeFi, a true DeFi. I don't know what we're going to call it, 3.05, 3.54, something like that. It really is. You think about most of the projects have got profit sharing in them. That's so good. And of course, without all the upside risk. Now, if you'd been back in crypto a couple of years back, there was every project out there was promising you an ROI of 1 to 3% per day, and they had no clue how they were going to provide it. And of course, we've got some famous ones like that, like BitConnect. And of course, now we're ushering into a period of DeFi, and Pulsechain's leading the way, really, where you can get onto pretty good DeFi projects and actually be able to earn the share of the revenue on that platform. So not only do you get the benefit from the utility, but you get to get the profit sharing and that passive income. And that's why we've done polls on this channel. And really the vast majority, as I said earlier today, are after passive income, and that passive income can really be pretty critical in the long run. So it's going to be so good to see that. Very excited indeed. So yeah, that leverage lending 4 to 8 weeks after Pulsechain launches, it's going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to see a lot of the big players come in, a lot of the retail book come in the first month. But then, of course, that second wave with the leverage lending is going to be absolutely amazing. And, of course, if you deposit into those platforms, you're also going to be able to earn from doing that as well. Obviously, with staking Pulse, for example, the validator is going to be relatively very low. It's kind of return, but in terms of the volume that you're going to be accumulating, very, very small, particularly as the block size is largely empty. And then, obviously, it's going to fill up over time. You have to play the long game there. And of course, the price will do its thing, go up and to the right, no doubt. But these other platforms here are going to offer much more likely bigger returns by a country mile. So it's going to be fun to participate in those. Very exciting. Anyway, getting closer for sure. That is pretty much it for the Pulsechain one. I really do think leverage lending platforms are going to be absolutely amazing on there. And of course, do things that whales and other activities just by buying can't do. Because they have that leverage capital that you can use. And of course, you don't have to sell your tokens, right? You don't have to sell your Pulse on Liquid Loans. You can just put it there and borrow the USDL. You obviously have to have a prudent risk management setup. And we talk about that all the time, but you're going to need that for everything as well. So you should always have some stable coins in your portfolio in case you get a price retrace. And of course, maybe you have to cover your collateral, or of course, maybe you're going to take advantage of a price pullback, because the price pullbacks are always in the game. We see it time and time again. So that's always an opportunity. So yeah, you still got to have prudent financial management, but the passive income could be pretty incredible for sure. Always getting in early, always good too. Right, that's typically the best place to get into. So that's some of the cool stuff there. We're going to get on to the market prices and the Hex having a bit of a pullback since we had our last live stream. So we're going to cover that pretty shortly. Got a few comments in here. Let's go back to the top as well. Hopefully you can hear the music. Hex Biker in house there. Morning all. Good to see Hex Biker. Hex Biker says super excited for liquid lines. Me too, man. And I love everything that the team's been doing. Obviously, we can all joke about time frames and things like that because that's what we have. We're having to wait for Pulsechain, so we've got nothing else to talk about except for the fact that we're waiting all the time. But we know that the fact that we're waiting, that things when they finally come, they're going to be pretty good, and that's more important than our lack of patience or whatever, or whatever we got. So very, very cool. XPLSD's in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good to see you. And just us. Jesse says correct. We got that sold for Pulsechain. Nice one. Nice. I love it. Solution makers, as it were. Rod Fitzpatrick says, why did my comment get deleted? I'm not aware. It was banned anyway. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who did that, Rod. I didn't see it myself. Sacrifice balance for liquid loans. They still what? Bot done the calculator. Or am I wrong, guys? Also, how's liquid loans getting on? They are ready for Pulsechain. Was launched. Yeah, we just talked about all that. Fat Sammy says, morning, family. Good to see you, Fat Sammy. Hex Token channel member 2. I didn't get it deleted. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there in the chat there. Presidio's in the house there with the ducks and what's that? The tacos. Man, I could feel like a taco now. Although I did have something pretty similar early for lunch there. Excellent choice in the house there. Hey. And feeling good from Zology. We've got excellent choice. Says long day. Has been a long day. Excellent choice. Hope you're resting up a little bit there. Let's have a look here. We've got the Great White with the emojis in the house. I'm burning inside, says excellent choice. I had a Carolina pepper a few hours ago. Oh my, that's insane. I actually watched a video where I think it was a brother gave it to 2 sisters or something like that, two girls, and they thought it was really cool. They're gonna have this hot pepper, but the pepper was like insane. It was like insanely hot. Anyway, these they basically just like they looked like they were dying after they had it. They were all smileys at first, and then they suddenly went the other way, and one of the girls started crying, ran off into the house, and it was just pretty bad. She couldn't get rid of that hot out of the throat, just the ones that got in there. You got to be careful with those hot peppers. Hex PLSD says gone double bullish on PLSD. Just putting it out there. Hey, a lot of people talking about PLSD. Of course, we talked about it every single day, just about. I think we got PLSD there looking at 391. You got the airplane on it as well. So look at that. I mean, PLSD is doing pretty well there. We're talking about it. There is a lot of game stuff going there. Gunther's leading the way, charging that one. Yeah, there's plenty of videos. I've never seen Gunther on so many YouTube channels. Good on him. Spreading the word there. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, sacrifice balances. Yeah, they're coming pretty soon. Hexpo says, liquid like LL token. You think we can do a pull on Pulsechain or not? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Let us know what you mean by that. Silly Rabbit says it's now. What rabbit was that? I haven't seen a rabbit. As info, yep. Hope everyone is having an amazing day. Hit the like for Superman. Definitely agree with that, Stevie. The DAP looks way better than even the teaser you're showing. Oh, this one here. So we're talking about this one on liquid loans here. That's what I was showing here. Is on the homepage, and I was just wondering earlier in the beginning whether they'd done any little upgrades into the UI to this to zap it up a bit. Did I say zip it up or zap it up, something like that? Pretty excited. So very cool to hear that, Jesse. Pump, Pac-Man. Yeah, definitely pump. And was it now? Like. Yeah, definitely do that. So like the seagulls, the seagulls off. Was it Under the Sea? I think. There you go. Like or something. Of that. Sinful Believer. I'm actually not saying what they actually said, but I'm trying to remember what it was. Hopefully we'll become whales after the launch of Pulsechain. Yeah. Well, I hope everyone does very well that's been following, particularly this channel. And of course, many of you managed to pick up so far the Hex spike down there at 3.5. We're currently at 6.5 cents at the moment, but definitely, getting in early because you got patience, because you're willing to learn, because you're willing to, make the assessments, get the good judgment. You've been able to pick up a lot of opportunities. If there's a lot of people out there fearful at the moment, spreading FUD and stuff like that, you've stayed calm. When there's fear, it's typically a good time to pick up the prices and accumulate. And it's like Pulsechain's coming, so it's just about getting your position pretty nice and solid before that time. Just as Jesse says, the DApp will absolutely blow your mind when you see it again. It's a bit better than what we had when we released last teaser. Nice. I'm looking forward to it, man. I am absolutely stoked for it. Great Whites in the house and more limit orders with Hex. Yeah, well, someone was asking about. Someone was asking us. Well, yeah, you're talking about maybe just us Jesse's setup with a kind of a indirect limit order there with the Pulse. But limit orders with Hex, we don't have, apart from centralized exchanges like Poloniex, we don't have stop limit orders, but I think we'll have limit orders coming on Pulsechain in due time. I imagine they're going to have to partner with a bot, just like PancakeSwap does, unless they've managed to do that themselves. Yeah, getting stop limit orders will be popular. They are kind of a niche part of the market, though. They're kind of a nice to have rather than a must have, but definitely good. You can obviously do matcher.xyz. Things like that. XPLSD says, woohoo, from Thailand, good to see you. And of course, I love that from Thailand. Nice. You keep changing your name though, haven't you? XPLSD. That's pretty funny. And Just Ask Jess says, don't forget, don't forget, we have a multi-signature safe Gnosis we will be releasing for everyone to use also. Yeah, that's really cool. That's just what I mean about the liquid loans. They're not just doing this awesome platform, but they're thinking about utility, about pipe, about an open system on Pulsechain. How do you get funds freely flowing from the fiat world into the system, and how do you do it safely as well? So offering products like that they've had to use. So very, very exciting. Everyone's releasing wallets and such. We figured we could go next generation and do the same, but multi-sig. So yeah, beautiful. I know particularly a lot of teams that are doing stuff would want to use those sort of technologies as well. That'd be great. Repulse limit orders. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, so PulseX should end up having limit orders just like PancakeSwap does, and that may come out pretty early actually. Like I say, it is a nice to have feature. It's a more nice to have feature than a stop limit. Stop limits are good too, but yeah, at least you want to get that limit order up. That certainly is good. Obviously, a lot of people use it on Matcher. You're nice to get the wicks right and the prices both high and low, depending on if you're buying or selling. PulseX says Hex PLSD. Where in Thailand are you? Lau says, woohoo! Yeah, very excited. The other thing, of course, is, Fiat's talking about doing, I don't know how much they're building outside of the fork itself, but obviously with those sort of things, talking about doing 1 block flash loans and stuff, things like that. Obviously, we have 3-second blocks, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see that. And of course, with that kind of leverage, you can do interest rate swaps, debt swaps, collateral, refinancing, things like that. So there's lots of different use cases for leverage that's going to be fascinating to see used or invented or whatever come to market. So it's going to be fun to see that. And of course, API, you've got APIs into platforms so that you can integrate things and do bot trades and all sorts of stuff. So there's lots of things going to, flourish into the Pulsechain, and hopefully they'll be good actors in most cases. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, I think that's probably it on there. Let's have a quick look at the Hex price. Obviously, 3 red candles in a row on the daily. We did go below our resistance there at 6.8 cents, and of course, our support at 6.8. Now we're at resistance of 6.8, and obviously down a little bit there at the moment. We've got the crypto market there doing all right. Is this the last go before falling down again? Maybe down to 22, 23, because that 40 down to 25, 2600 was 26,000, I should say, was pretty severe. So let's see whether this is the last attempt to stay around 30 to have a full bear correction. Obviously Richard Hart talking about 11K there. Let's see how we get down there as well. So I think if we get down 11K, it's a good chance we can get to 9.5. 9.5 is kind of my bottom in the full bearish scenario. But let's see how we get on there. Holding up pretty well so far. We do have structural changes in crypto with this bull market, as I always say, with the institutional sort of entering, but the institutional is only in like year 2 out of 10. There's probably another 8 years ahead of us of institutional adoption. And obviously state adoption as well. We've seen that over the last year. A couple of states, particularly in Latin America, adopting Bitcoin and things like that. So official currencies and stuff. So we're still at the beginning of that. Obviously, we've got a counter narrative of that. Of course, we've got terrible organizations like the WF and the centralized banks. Some of the centralized banks like the US looking at programmable digital currencies. These are nightmarish inventions that only lead to bad things because you have to then be an approved user of the system. And of course, we don't like that. We like freedom. And of course, that this leads to oppression. So that's one thing that crypto offers, the decentralization, and of course, all the nodes around the world supporting the blockchain. And of course, that means that people can flourish in freedom, right? And that's, it's a vital thing. So it's good to see that happen. And I think we're just at the beginning of that adoption in terms of institutional and state adoption. And we're going to watch that do pretty well. Obviously, we want Hex and Pulsechain and all that to be flourishing up with the big projects. And indeed, I think Pulsechain has a very good chance, within the next, say, 2-3 years of really dominating the space. Maybe sooner, maybe even sooner if everything goes to plan. So it's going to be pretty cool. Now, this obviously excludes any black swan events, but of course, it also excludes white swan events that may benefit us as well. Okay, cool. That's what's happening there. Let's have a quick look back at Bitcoin on the chart there. We're miles away still at the moment. We had the death cross up there. We had a golden cross and a death cross over there. And of course, at the moment, we've got our 50-day moving average in orange, well below our 200-day moving average in green. Obviously, we've got to close that gap and get across if we wanted to have some degree of positivity that we're going to get a golden cross there. But in any case, we're up here at the stage. This yellow line really is the defend line. We can see that we've been here June last year, July last year, and of course, this is where we're sitting at the moment. Is this a last hooray? Is this the last hooray before we do another big red move down? We'll have to wait and see. That does seem a reasonable, more likely case in my view, because we're still in this downtrend. We've still got quite a big gap there at the moment as well, between the 200-day and the 50-day. And the angle of that's pretty severe as well. So we'll see. That probably ease off just a little bit with this price going a bit higher over 30. But that's still reasonable to expect that. Now, I don't think Richard's waiting for this, obviously, to go down. He's just going to launch as soon as he can, in my view. I definitely like the asset value level at this area here. So my position's a bit different from some others. They want us to go all the way down, get asset values really low. I don't see the logic of that at all. Obviously, they think the logic is we're going to rise at the other end. But what happens when you get down to the bottom? You often stay there for quite a bit of time. So I'm not really keen on that myself. Plus, of course, my argument is that you're going to price your assets up to these absolute values anyway from zero. So that's kind of where I think that makes more sense. You have more volume coming, more value coming over the official bridge. Any cross-chain bridges, you're going to have better confidence in fiat transfers over any fiat on-ramps. So yeah, it just makes a lot more sense to me. Obviously, it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's see how it goes. It's all going to play out. We'll see who's right about this and that. But it's going to be fun. That's with pretty much the crypto market at the moment. We've got PulseDoge just smashed it, $4.14. Yeah, PulseDoge. Man, this is the talk of the town the last little wee while. This thing's been absolutely killing it from the beginning. Remember, it launched at $1. It is it was a little bit uncertain. I didn't think the launch was done the best the way the person was running around talking about it, but it has picked up confidence now. And we've had over 19,000 people claim, which is about 21% of the claimants. So pretty big from that point of view. About 4.4 million PulseDoge or so. That's probably climbing slightly from there. People like Gunther talking about a little whale syndicate there and trying to move the price up, make it the ultimate meme coin even. Some of the vision ambition there. Now you do need to create a non-stop FOMO, roll up and down. But if you're going to try and get the value up, you do need pretty big economic energy to get the prices up. But a lot of people are talking about $10. Some people even talking about $100, even beyond that. So we'll see. It definitely has the scarcity play. And of course, it does have a whale syndicate, but of course, how much powder do they have? You've got to ask yourself as well. And then of course, got to say, can they resist not selling back into the pool? They get their cornerstone, they get the corner of the supply. They don't control the BA address or the OA address, but they do get corner of supply. They don't mind dips in the game. They buy the dips. They buy the people that are free claiming that sell. And then, of course, they have to create a culture of FOMO. There's a lot dependent on all those things, right? You have to have bang, 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 bang. But so far, so good. $4.12 keeps moving higher. And, of course, once it gets to $4.60, $4.70, you could see it really moving up pretty strong after that. So our previous all-time high back here on the 22nd of May. Let me just get rid of that. Was 2nd of May was $5. Yeah, I think once we get to $4.60, $4.70, man, this thing could really climb up to the $7, $8 mark. Obviously, once we get to there, $10 is in view, not far away. And of course, away we go. So the plane is flying at the moment, man. $4.12. It's looking like a boss at the moment in the old crypto. We've got Hex at 86.5, and we've got Maxi, which was the previous darling. And Maxi's still performing like a boss as well. We've got the premium over Hex at the moment at 67%. So that's performing pretty well. And of course, we're zooming on that on the daily. That's been pretty well. Now you can imagine what's going to happen when we come up to Pulsechain launching. We're just talking about these channels, these charts at the moment. Imagine what we're going to have. This is not very straight there. What happened there? But we've had all these charts. We've got Hex, Maxi, Hedron, those two strong derivatives. Now we've got PulseDoge appearing at the moment. Looking like going to be the premium meme coin. And of course, that's pretty exciting. Imagine when we get like a loan token, USDL, obviously stable, but USDL. We're going to get all these other tokens, fiat, Watt tokens, AMP tokens, you name it. They're all going to keep coming out, and we're going to have so many to talk about. Pulse PLS, Pulse X, the incentive token, which I think is going to actually probably do pretty well because of the people that are going after it. They're going to earn it, but they're also going to speculate on it as well by accumulating the volume, just like we're seeing in PulseDoge. So the incentive token could do pretty well rather than dump down. Because it's still deflationary as well. It still has those deflationary tokenomics that actually gets bought up. So that's going to be an interesting play as well. And that works if you've got a deflationary token, if you've got a really good halving and you've got good incentives coming in, that would actually play out as opposed to just slowly dying a death over time, which happens quite often. So very, very cool. 67% premium on Maxi, looking pretty good too. And of course, we have had one launch after another. We had Hedron that launched. Hedron, of course, doesn't have the scarcity play in it. It does have the big whales. We have got the big whales in it, of course, because it was given out on a whale basis based on the B shares that you owned and the days that you've served, and of course the claim bonus that you were able to get to. And of course, that was got up 12x in 8 days. That's had it stay in the sun, but of course it's now got the volume play. Obviously, I think on it from a pullback point of view, we are in accumulation phase, but we don't have the momentum, we don't have the attention at this stage. So it's sort of the one you accumulate, keep it quiet, and then you hope for some either the retail book to slowly push it up, or you wait for some big whales to suddenly decide, hey, it's time, and away we go. So that's got a couple of things, but of course we've got Pulsechain coming. We've got the PLS coming up and all that sort of stuff. That should benefit all these tokens on the ETH chain. I think they'll be pretty good. So this is the way we go. Obviously, Hex very tied to Pulsechain at the moment, and that's just where we're at there. Some OGs have made different. Let's take away the OG term. Let's say large holders taken away. Have made some good decisions, some not so good decisions, and this is where we're currently at the moment. And of course, the retail book has largely been protecting the price and accumulating volume, which has been good for the retail book, particularly new people. And also people, if you'd got in at a high price, maybe you got in at 40 cents, you can get at this price. Obviously, if it goes up to like 10, 12, 13 cents, you're probably getting, and depending on your volume that you pick up, you're probably getting break even, right? And you can start earning from there. So it's a pretty good DCA strategy right now with this major pullback in Hex. So very exciting to see that. That is the Ethereum chain. Let's get in. We're going to get into the BNB chain in a minute. Let's get into the chat and catch up on that. Not only have you not liked, you definitely smash the like button, folks. We're up to 35 likes. PLSD starting to moon, definitely mooning, man. Hit the like, says excellent choice, and subscribe. Absolutely agree with that. James Bond says RH is going to do a wallet too. Yeah, no. And of course, that's going to be massive. There's no doubt that's going to be massive. I think people will look at the wallet. Some people will look at some people will just follow Mo in. Some people will look at the wallet and, sort of say, where's this place in the market? We've got Staker app. Staker app's amazing. They've got top innovators. They've got well advanced in terms of their stake, like well advanced in terms of their developer, their features and stuff like that. Some people criticize the Gnosis staking via Gnosis Safe. Apart from that, it's really, really beautiful. So apart from that criticism that people make, whether it's justified or not. And of course, then we've got Internet Money, which is obviously I've sacrificed for that with many of other of you coming up. They're obviously doing the discovery phase, somewhere about halfway through, 6 to 10 weeks discovery phase there. So I've been doing for about 5 weeks or so. And so that's coming up, and that's going to be, maybe 7 months away or something like that. So obviously a Pulsechain is delayed. That's going to come up sooner. That's going to have an ownership token, so you're going to be able to get the benefits. Also going to give out airdrops like PLS, and of course the IM token, the current token that's here at the moment. You can see it in the bottom left there. So we've got that going, and then of course the Richard Hart wallet, and we're going to have probably other wallets as well. But profit sharing is definitely a big deal. Obviously, we have a sacrifice for a Hart wallet. Then obviously that would be for sharing the profits on them. And obviously he's scaled up, right? He's the very top social influencer. He's the head of the project, head of the ecosystem. It's his ecosystem. He's building out the infrastructure, and so it's going to be pretty massive too. So we're going to have competing things going on, and I'm sure we'll have others as well. So it's going to be fascinating to see all that play out. But people will look at what rewards they're getting, what features they're getting. Some won't care. Some will just FOMO. It's just the way it's going to be. Dave Dunner says, will liquid loans ever do what they are going to do with Pulsechain, with Pulsex? I don't believe so. Pulsex has got a lot of more volatility into it. It's not the native token. I wouldn't suspect so. And of course, it's a one token project as well. So I wouldn't expect to see that myself. I don't know if Jesse's in the chat there. He may reply to that. PLSD says, great white, absolutely killing it. I got 100 free PLSD, says Pulsex again, and bought some more yesterday. Good going. Hey, nice one. $4.12, yep. We've got, let's get back to the BNB. We've got BNB at $307. And we've currently got, let me jump away from that. We've got, I'm not going to go through all these in detail. We've got PulseDoge at 566. This is the original PulseDoge, not PulseDoge coin. And of course, they're going to have an NFT series running on Pulsechain when it goes live. We've got P33 having a little bit of a rebound there, 25.6 cents. And then, of course, IM there down at 836. This is different from IMD, which is going to be the native token of the internet wallet. So it's different from that. So cool. That is pretty much that. Not a lot happening on that chain. And the talk of the town, of course, is PulseDoge coin. So we'll probably leave it on there for a little while as well before we get up there. Plane is high, flying high on a PulseDoge. This now says, and join the price of a beer a month to support content like this. Do it. You know you want to. Yeah, definitely. If you want to join the channel, Hex Token channel, we've got Pulsechains, Hexkins in the Richard Hart Club. 3 ways of supporting the channel. Also get into Discord as well. Links in the video description, and you also get a private chat room there in Discord. Plus, you also get a purple name as some of the perks there. So definitely get into that. Cool. Right. Let's jump back out of there. We're going to get back into the screen there. $4.10 on PulseDoge. Having fun. Get Hexes in house as well. The emojis looking good. James Bond says, we are going to the moon, boys and girls. I agree with you, James. Just more patience required. We'll get there in the end. Baby Turtle in the house there. Woo, woo, woo. PLSD, rockin', says Den. Yeah, PLSD doing pretty well, man. You can join Discord with that link. Excited on PLSD as well. So it looks a lot of people flying this plane. Looks like a lot of you are on this plane right now, flying up. Here we go. Woo, we're flying, crazy flying there. Guess who's flying the plane? Guess who's flying this plane? That's Gunther. Gunther's flying this plane. But I hope that it doesn't do anything like this. I'm just kidding. All right, it's going up and up and up though. That's pretty funny. Who's the hostess? I'm a host. I'm a hostess. I don't know. That's pretty funny. Cross-dressing hostess. Woohoo! We're rocking it here on the channel. We're getting a bit crazy there, but this is the way we go. So that's pretty cool. I don't think we've got anything from Richard at the moment, so we're going to pop into Richard, see how he's going. This is his communications. Let's jump. What else we got there? I think this is the only post that I haven't seen since our last stream. It's funny to me how Hex.com was flooded all the way to 10,000x ROI and more. It's like almost like a proof of FUD currency. Now I see FUD about Pulsechain.com and I lol. I think that's funny. What else we got going there? We've got tweets and replies. Let's have a look at some of those. Sometimes he has a little extra on these. What else have we got there? I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, I can't see much else in there. So that's pretty much it from Richard. Very cool. What are we up to on the Discord? Actually, 477 members. We're 23 members away from 500. So if you're after good community and good content, definitely get in there. We've got 3 syndicated YouTube channels in here. Gen Hex with Craig Wadding, Heinz Crypto, and of course it's Now as well. Pretty much our community king in here. So definitely get in there. And of course the foreman of the Wrench team, Team 6 in the chat. You get notifications on YouTube and Twitter. We've also got a pretty good list of all the links in the ecosystem from Hex. Obviously, you got general there, Hex, Pulsechain, layman's guide for Hex, contract addresses for Hex, staking Hex, audits for Hex. Hex really did lead the way with a lot of this audit stuff. Really cool. And also made Uniswap what it is today. So really made Uniswap popular. Before that, we were on things like Bidesk and things like that. Pulsechain, of course, Pulse Hex. We've got Pulsechain Sacrifice checkers as well, with the Tron and Theta checkers too. Richard Hart, of course, links, market trading links there. Cow Swap as well for gasless transactions. What else there? Limit orders there with Matcher as well. Metric Exchange, another front end. 1 inch, of course. Rinkeby Test Network, if you want to play on the Pulsechain bridge, you can definitely use that to get some Ethereum. You must have the Rinkeby Test Network activated on your MetaMask. Just click Advanced, depending on what you're using, and toggle on the Advanced Test Networks there. We've got Hex derivative products, obviously Hedron staking coming in the future. Maximus Pool, of course, we're expecting more innovation from the Maxi team after the success of Maxi. Maybe an annual Maxi contract, maybe some other innovative products. There may be some capital gain, passive income stuff. I always say this, but yeah, who knows what we'll see from them. But that's we've got lots of options there. Onboarding tools there as well. The Ethereum blockchain and exchange. So you can definitely check out all that stuff. You want to know what is the activity on Ethereum, what that Pulsechain is copying over. You can really get an idea of the value, a number of wallets, the volume going through, the number of traders. With these sites here from YCharts and Dune.com, so you can definitely see that. Pulsechain YouTube streamers, if you want to see all the great content. I don't know how many streamers are. I always say 100 or more. There's probably many more, but they're great sites. They're just checking out lots of different content, something for everybody in there too. Everyone's obviously some different personalities in the community. We got Hex Pulse info as well for the sacrifice. If you want to see all the sacrifice projects that are on at the moment. And then, of course, crypto hardwares for safety. And, of course, the community Hex stores. I've got to build this out, actually. There's a lot more stuff to put in here for Hex stores, but I might call that something else, community or something. Definitely check that out. If you want to play with Pulsechain, a bridge, or Pulse X, you've got the tutorials there. They're all about 2 to 5 minutes long. And, yeah, pretty easy. Now, obviously, with the Richard Hart tokens, we've got general chat. You can get in the general chat there. We've got price chats and non-crypto chats. So you can definitely get into that. And, of course, if you're into all the projects going on Pulsechain, obviously liquid loans is one of those. Then you've got new tokens chat, and we put a bit more risky, obviously, on top of the chain. And of course, the new token links there. We've got all these new tokens as well, so you can definitely check out all those. Very cool. And obviously, I did a video on the top 25 passive income projects on the chain. I'll have to update that though, because more and more projects are coming down. I'll probably be up. Next one will probably be the top 50. But that's just the way it goes. Top 50, top 100 projects on Pulsechain. It's going to be like that, man. Welcome to exponential growth, I guess is the way you might call it, for lack of a better word, a better term. Cool. So definitely hit the link in the video description to join Discord. All right. I think that's pretty much it on there. How are we up to? An hour. We're up to an hour. We did pretty good. Like a boss. Like a boss. So for those that missed it, we're going to go through a few other things. Hex Token says, no, they're not all-time high yet, though. But these wars are cool to observe. Well, hodling, it says Hex Token. Yeah, Hex Token is normally pretty good with these calls, so we'll definitely watch that. $4.10. Brazil says, no, Gunther, don't head for the mountains. Yeah, don't head for the mountains. That's pretty funny, Briss. That's pretty funny. $4.20 resistance says Hex Token. Yeah. I think that's probably right there, Hex Token. We got the plane in the mountains. No mountains. Yeah, no mountains. I got to put a mountain in here. Can I do a mountain? Let me pull it up. Let's do a mountain just for fun, not for any other reason. Let's pull up the PulseDoge USDC pair, and let's see if we can put. Does it have a mountain in it? I'm not sure. If we got a mountain here. Do we have a mountain? I don't know. We're gonna look. Looking. I guess the closest thing to a mountain is a triangle. But I can't even see one of those. This was the closest thing, I think. Let me look. Hey, we got a rocket. I didn't see the rocket. Oh my gosh, we got a rocket. There is a rocket. How could I miss that rocket? I can't believe it. There is a rocket, folks. Let me have a look here. We've got. There's no real picture of a mountain though. There's this thing here, so that's kind of the mountain there. Got the mountain. That's the mountain there. I guess you can zoom it up there. That's the mountain there. We've got the plane. We don't want to get Gunther's plane there going into the corner there. Let me just make that plane a little bigger. I'm trying to turn the plane around actually. I made it bigger there. Let's turn it. Oh, got the turn. How do I turn it? I was turning it around before, but I can't turn it around now. No, I just won't turn around. Oh well, stop that. I was mucking around anyway. You guys love the entertainment, that's for sure. Stupidity can be entertainment sometimes. I just watched Tropic Thunder, and of course the guy does one character where he's kind of like an idiot or something, and this remind me of that. My whole name being stupid. So cool. What it says, I have dreams in my. I have these. These movies in my head every night. He's something like that. It says it's pretty hilarious. Anyway, so this is where we go off to at the moment. $4.09, pushing up there. And what do you say? Resistance at 420. So that's only a little bit away there. Yeah, that's probably about right based on these four little spikes here. Just listening while driving. LG says, get Hex. Great stuff, get Hex. Hands on the wheel. Yeah, definitely hands on the wheel. Superman is the boss. It's Nano. I appreciate that. Big shout out to it's Nano. Very cool. So what was I going to say? I was going to say something else. I just can't remember what it was. Yes, we're going to go and harvest my yield farming incentive tokens. Remember, 24 hours later, it's been 24 hours. We're going to go harvest our yield farming. This is obviously a bit of like a fantasy trade. We're going to go do that. And we're going to go to Pulsechain. We're going to hit on farms. This is where our LP tokens, the liquidity provided tokens, are sitting in the farm here. We put in a huge amount yesterday. We put in 94,720,000 because we already had 10,000. I think it was in there somewhere in that ballpark. Can't remember exactly. No, we had 10,000 US dollars in there, I should say. We now got 735. I think we put in 680. 680 plus 10, so 690. I think we're up about $45,000 on our staked LP there. And of course, we've got 11.39 incentive tokens. We basically in 24 hours have earned $1,455 US dollars in 24 hours in a day. That's pretty good. If we annualize that, that's pretty good. So times 365. That is going to be 531,000 US dollars in a year. Of course, this is just pretend money, but that's pretty good, right? So that's pretty neat as well. It's telling us here the APR. Oh, the APR was 76%. It's now 71.45. So that's gone down a little bit there, but it was much higher there. So cool. Let's harvest these anyway. We're going to harvest these to our wallet. Before we do that, we're going to open up the wallet so you guys can see it where it is. At this stage. Let me just reject that and go to offset assets. We're going to swap the play wallet there. Let's open that up expand the view. So this is the wallet here. This is what we currently own at the moment. We've got a little bit of ETH in there. We're in the right one here. We've got a little bit of ETH. What's ETH doing in there? I'm going to just, what's the ETH doing? ETH? A little bit of ETH. It should be Pulse there. I'm not sure what's happening there. What's that? It's looking so weird. Let's look out there. We're going to, I'm going to have to do that again. That didn't look quite right to me. Let me just lock in there again. And I'm going to open that up and let's try that one more time. And does that look right? Oh, it's still showing ETH. Why is that doing that? I'm not sure why it's doing that. Anyway, we're going to jump past that and we've got obviously our PLS6 there. It should be showing PLS, so I'm not sure what's happening there. We've got our incentive token. We've got 5.4 incentive token at the moment. So we're going to harvest our incentive rewards from yield farming, $1,456, 11.4 in there. I'm on the right network. It's, yeah, not sure what's happening there. Let's connect the wallet. Connect the wallet. Bam. All right, now we harvest the 11.4. All right, it's going to cost us 0.00075 test pulse. And of course, we're going to go to the activity. We can see that we are pulling out. That's called a deposit in the ticket, even though we're withdrawing. But that's what it's called, a deposit. We're withdrawing, but it's a deposit. We're going to go to assets, and bam, there we are. We've got our 5.4 plus 11.4. We're at 16.8 there. So woohoo, we did it. And of course, that's worth a bit of money there. You can see we're starting again now. This is the way we go. Now, what we can do is we can go back to the exchange here. And of course, we can pull up our incentive tokens here. Now we can just hodl them, be good little incentive token hodlers, banking on liquidity farmers and other people trying to accumulate the token. We have seen that actually on the trading, even though it's only fictional. Or, of course, we can sell it. We can sell it into more PLSX. In fact, we'll pick up 1 million PLSX at the moment for that. And that's worth $2,142. That's not too bad. Or we can trade it for Pulse. Oh, that says it's down quite a bit. So 1 INC Pulse there has gone down a little bit. That's not too bad. It says 269 there. I'm not sure what really. No, that doesn't make sense on the time frame there. 13% over the last week. It's down. So we used to be able to get 21,000 Pulse per INC. And it's gone down to about 18,000 now. That's what we get. So we get 303,000 Pulse. I think that's a good bear. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's swap our incentive token for Pulse. We're going to do that. And away we go. It's going to cost me 0.0006 to test Pulse to do it. We're going to confirm that. Away we go. We don't have to add PLS to the MetaMask because we already got it. Well, I think we've got it. It's all showing up as ETH at the moment. So I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe a little glitch in the matrix. You got to be careful with glitch in the matrix, that's for sure. But I think that's the case here. We've got 303,000 Pulse, looking good. And that's finally corrected itself. Yay! It was showing up ETH, probably because I had it on the Rigby test network or something like that. So it's actually flicked back now. 303, that's a Pulse in there. We are back in the money. We had just about no Pulse in there. And now we're back in the game. So very, very cool. We've also got PulseX in there. We've got to actually take that and actually increase our yield farming. We go to liquidity there. We could add some more. And we got some PulseX there. We've got PulseX. We've got Pulse. You don't have liquidity in this pool yet. Are you kidding me? Definitely do have liquidity in that pool. Let's try that one more time. We got Pulse. And we've got the PulseX. Let's hopefully this works. There we are. Bam. All right, so we got all that in. That's 2,000. So we're going to put the whole lot on there. How much PulseX are we going to have left? Actually, we've got to leave a little bit of Pulse for our fees. We're going to leave that Pulse there. So 303,776. 1 million PulseX. Have we got 1 million? We have. We got 1.4. We've got 14 million in there. We've got plenty of PulseX. So we're going to supply that. Bam. And away we go. We're going to earn 0.22% in the fees. It's going to cost us 0.000845 test pulse. So super cheap to do that. Really cheap. So bam, we have just done that. Very, very cool. We're going to earn fees 0.22%. That's in percentage points as well. Remember, it's 0.29% is the fee times 0.76%. It gives us absolute percentage points of 0.22%. That's how we do it. And of course, the buy and burn is 0.07% there, around about 0.23% of 0.29%, something like that ballpark. So cool. We've got, we're going to go back to the farm now because we've got no more LP tokens. So we can go back to the farm. We can go to our PLSX farm. We just got more LP tokens. There are ownership tokens. We're going to click the max. We've got 552,000. We're going to add them to our 94 million. And of course, that's going to be pretty cool. It's got a really cool, funky calculator. Obviously, the further you go out, the more ridiculous the return is. But in the short term, it can be not too bad, particularly in a 1 day time frame. Probably got some degree of accuracy there, maybe 7 days, a little bit, but definitely 1 day. But I wouldn't take it too seriously after that. We've got confirm, and away we go. It's going to cost us 0.00075 tip pulse, and we're about to top up our liquidity. Bam. I'm going to close out of that. And that should top it up for us. We should get a notification coming through that that's been approved. Staked. Your funds have been staked in the farm. Woohoo! Rock on, rock on. So we're up to 95 million now, 282,759 LP tokens for the PulseX PLS peer. So $739,000. We just reinvested our profits, $1,400 plus topped that up with our PulseX that we still had some spare. Which takes us back to our mask here. We've got 1.11 test pulse left, but we could do 1,500 transactions on that, something like that. 1,500 transactions at the moment, given how busy the chain is. So very cool. We've got the PulseX though. We've still got 13.6 million PulseX in there, and then we've got what else we got there? A little bit of INC token. We've got some Hex in there, 31,000. We've got 6,800 Hedron. We've got a bit of USD others. How much stuff we've been doing on the YouTube channel, playing around with the stuff there. We've got 100,000 TA USDT in there as well. So I can't remember how I got that, but we got that too. That's pretty hilarious. So fun times. In fact, it's probably a good time to actually go and buy something with that, if no beat, because I think the prices have come down, given the fact that the daily volumes on PulseX have gone down, because not many people are playing around with that at the moment. The prices, prices up a little bit, but the 0.07 on test pulse, PulseX 0021. Remember, this is all fictional. This is people just testing out the PulseX, playing around, and it got incentive token there at $127. So I sold 11.4, was it? Sold all of them, didn't I? I sold quite a bit. I think it was all of them. 16.8, I think it was, and $127 there as well. But yeah, given this pullback and the pulse, probably a good chance I could actually buy some of that. So I could click on there, click on the trade, and switch that around, put that into, I don't know if that's going to link, but let's have a look here. No, that's not going to link. So I'm not sure where what those dollars are that I have there. Can't remember how I got them. So anyway, it's not letting me pull them up straight away. Let's get into some of the other comments here. We're going to jump away to the prices here. PulseDoge, where is it at the stage? $4.08, and the plane is still up and above. All good. Daughter driving, cutting out the freeway. Oh, that's going to be fun. Get Hex, all the best. A Boss Suit Man says, James Bond, appreciate it. The Whale Farm LG. Yeah, that's true, James. That's actually a fantasy trade, by the way. It's a community fantasy trade we're mucking around with. Suit Man in the house. Hex PLSD, jump on PLSD, guys. So scarce, big Hex community. Plus, we get to onboard some of the ship mob. Says Hex Pulse. Yeah, that's true. Could be some pretty interesting marketing games there. Woohoo, Baby Turtle. And woohoo from Hex PLSD. Coconuts in the house there, Suit Man. What about whereabouts in Kiwi land? Some of us Kiwi Hexkins got together in Auckland earlier this week. Would love to have you come along. Keen, what's the best way to contact you? Probably just contact me on Discord there. Hashtag 9055 is Superman. Hashtag 9055 on Discord. Contact me there for sure. Have been thinking about possibly doing a catch up there. Makes kind of sense, right? Yeah, I think I'm the only Kiwi YouTuber in the space. I think there's quite a few Australians, but I don't know if there's any other Kiwis. So it might make a lot of sense. Coconut, appreciate the invite too. Red Squirrel in the house there. Morning. Hey, good to see you, Red Squirrel. Red Squirrel in the house. You. And Romariats. Sorry, I got to say that correctly. Morning from the other side of the world. So true. So true. Many of you are from, northern hemisphere there. So $4.08 is where the PulseDoge, and we're having fun pretty much following this. Should we pull out a few of the numbers at the moment? Let's do that. Let's go do that. We're coming up for an hour and 15 minutes, so doing not too bad there. I'm going to close out the market charts. We will get over to PulseDoge. Let's pull up the menu. We've had, in the last 24 hours, we've had 105 sales, 89 buys, but the price has gone up. So obviously the volume of the buyers, they're kicking some butt. 6 hours, we've 18 sales, 21 buys. So the buyers start taking control. And of course, we can see that in the chart there, the last 5 hours. And then, of course, the last hour, we've had 6 sales and 7 buys. So there's $36,000 on volume there. So pretty cool. And let's have a look at the chart there. Let's go see what's happening. So we've got 4,462,702 PulseDoge in circulation. Remember, the maximum is just over 12 million possible. I think it's 12,200,000 and something. 12 million 2,000 and something. But we won't get near that. We might get maybe 5 to 6 million, somewhere in that, possibly on the lower end. Although we might get some late claims, late claim rush. We're going to expect to also have the BA and the OA address claim. So we go to the contract address, we're going to scroll down, have a look at the number of claims. 19,195 people have claimed. What's that, about 200 more than yesterday? Something in that ballpark. We're at about 19,010 or something, if I remember rightly, yesterday. So 19,000.195, and I've got to really find out the denominator of the snapshot, but let's say 91,000 for argument's sake. That's 21%. 21% of claimable wallets. Now, you could only claim the PLSD if you're a Hex staker at the 20th of April snapshot. So just take that into account. Let's have a look at the big holders here at the moment. We've got 302,000 in the top wallet, 200,000 in the second one, 155,000 in the top, and 80,000 in the number 4 there. Now, presumably, these wallets know each other, at least some of them do. If going by Gunther's conversation, let us know in the chat if you know more information about that. I don't particularly follow people's accounts too closely. I just find it kind of rude, but other people don't mind doing that, so I'll let you guys do it. But anyway, that's the thing there. So that's what they're doing. And of course, we've got a couple other large accounts there, maybe these two, number 6 and 7 there. And then, of course, the rest of the wallets following suit after that. So very cool. So we've got 12,736 holders, definitely up a couple hundred more holders than we were yesterday. I think maybe even 300 or something. It just seems, I thought we were down at 12,400 or something. It definitely seems more holders there. So that bodes well for the community. In terms of the time frame, we're kicking along here, not too far away. 20th of April is the qualifying period. 56 days to go in the 100-day launch phase. So 56 days to go. This thing could get pretty crazy. This thing could be pretty crazy in terms of price over the next 30 days. Let's watch the space. Obviously not investment advice, just my opinion, speculation there. But yeah, it's interesting. You can hit the claim button. Claim button's going to take us to the claim DApp, of course, so you can connect your wallet. You can also disconnect afterwards. Is always a good prudent thing to disconnect your wallet from the site. Probably the minimum thing you can do. We can hit the hamburger at the top there, go to GitHub, and of course we can see the contract on there, but we can also see the airdrop there as well. We can see the airdrop, and you can go to airdrop staker details. You've got the airdrop balances, the JSON file there. We click on that, and of course we're going to view raw there. That will show us the snapshot from the 20th of April there. It's got the accounts here, and of course it's got the amount that each of them matured. Now it's got the whales at the top here. They get 300. 600 are the sharks, and so on. 900 for dolphins, etc. It goes on and on. So you can see all the wallets there, and away you go. So cool. That's pretty much it. Not sure what the actual number here is. I'm guessing it's 91,000, but who knows? I'll have to download this file and put it in a spreadsheet and add them up, something like that. Or I could probably, not sure if I can actually highlight them and or count them. No, it doesn't seem to. So yeah, I'll check that out. So cool. Let us get back out of there, and we're going to close out of that and get back to the PulseDoge there. I probably should have checked some of the big accounts, see where they're actually accumulating in the last couple of hours. That would have been pretty interesting. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe I can still do it. Okay, that says, awesome. You're the only Kiwi Hexkin YouTuber I know. Thanks for all your work, bro. I appreciate it, Coconut. A big shout out. Mowers to the moon, says James Blunt. Yeah, Mowers. Yeah, I'm going actually, Coconut. I'm going on a moa hunting expedition. I think James is going to come and join me. I'm sure we might even be able to entice Brazology from California to come and join us on our expedition of the Lower South Island to hunt our moas. But it could be quite. We could make a documentary. Could get the highest stakes Emmy award-winning team to give us to do some of the filming. Hopefully, we all return safely. That'll probably be it. One Fitzpatrick says, make sure you watch it after Hex Token is finished, of course. Yeah. Brazil says the new Orville is going to be the best show out of all the junk that is coming out right now. Brazil, I probably agree with you there. It looks pretty good. I'm going to try and watch that too. I don't know. There's no Halo at the moment because the season looked like it's finished. But I think the Star Trek's coming out, isn't it? Tonight or tomorrow? I can't remember. $4.15, folks, on the PulseDoge. Man, oh man, it's heating up there. $4.15. Look at that. Woohoo! Let's put that on a 15-minute chart, eh? Let's do 15 minutes. No, let's put it on the hourly. Hourly's better. Hourly looks better. What happened there? What happened to my chart? I put it on the hourly there. Was that the daily? Was it on the daily? Oh, that's the daily chart. Man, I'm losing it. So I was thinking that was the hourly. That's the daily chart. I apologize for my lack of observation. Check out, bro, the new funding token for the Hex-based system. I'm not sure what that is. They're D1. I can't really talk about tokens I haven't had a look at. Unfortunately, they're D1. Yeah, I don't really like talking about tokens I haven't had a chance to look at. So D1 says HexBear also had a pullback, and the pair is only with Hex. It's not a bad time to get in there as well. Cool. What the heck is a moa? A moa is it's about 16 or 17 different variations. There's small moas and there's really giant ones like 3 meters. They were the biggest bird, I think, in history, and that includes, I think, the the dinosaur period. I want to go full moa and Bigfoot hunting. I like that, James. I want to go full moa and Bigfoot hunting. You're thinking about Tropic Thunder now, aren't you, James Bond, with that full time moa hunt. Man, I would love to do that, James. Honestly, I could do that. I could get all the technology gear, like get all the different types of technology to try and censor these things. I'd be keen for that, man. I have to get my fitness up though. I have to get my fitness up for that. This summer, Hex Token Hunts is in the cinema near you. Nice one, man. Yeah, we're going big time cinema. Hey, we need some good TV, man. There's so much rubbish coming out of the things. We need a lot of cool quality stuff, but you need good filming, right? You can't just do. I saw a movie the other day, and I was just like, man, the idea was really good, but the movie making was terrible. It was terrible. It was actually like the CGI was terrible. The actual story was brilliant. It's like, man, if this was like a major movie, this would be amazing. But this is unfortunate. $4.22.85. Looks like we're busting Hex Hodl. We're busting out of that resistance. If we can push up just a little higher. Man, oh man. James Bond's like a big bird, but brown, not yellow. Yeah. The moa. We did look at the moa on another live stream. We looked at a picture. Just type it in. You'll be able to see what it is. It's Hex Bear. My spelling was off. You have looked at the website and Token Live. That's cool. D1. Sorry, I thought it was something else, and so I apologize for that. But I know what you mean. Yeah. Is that you deleting my comment? I don't know what's going on there, man. I haven't seen any of that stuff. I haven't seen any of that stuff. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right, let me just do. I've got to change my live chats because it's completely messed up on my live feed. I keep forgetting. James Brown says we can get that big yellow truck Richard Hart is using in the documentary in Iceland. That's true, James Bond. Although, in New Zealand, that truck wouldn't be able to go very far at all, right? Because of we don't just have, it's not just a hill range. We have like this mountain ranges, like they're just so steep. Once we get into the thick of the bush, man, we'll be, half an hour into the bush and we'll be like, we've got to survive now. It's like crazy stuff there. What else have we got? Oh, we might be able to, actually, they're so steep. We might be able to land on, there's I can't remember what gorge, one of the gorges down bottom South Island. They have these, giant tourist ships come in. But they're so remote. The other thing, of course, I did tell you the story about a rare kiwi bird was lost, extinct. And then these hunters or trampers or whatever they were, went in through the valley deep down the South Island there at the bottom of New Zealand, and which is really, pretty close to the I was at the Antarctic River, but they ended up waking up one morning and the whole valley was full of these extinct birds. It was pretty cool story. And Bruce says, "I'm so down to hunt a moa with Superman." Yeah, we're not gonna be actually hunting the moa. We're gonna be like hunting to find the moa. Yeah. If it's one of the big species of moa, we definitely don't want to do that. So yeah. But apparently, the Maori people, the native people of New Zealand, there was people before that called the Moriori, but they lived off the coast of New Zealand. I'm not exactly sure the geolocation, but I think it was up there. But they used to hunt the moa. They pretty much hunted it to extinction, basically, because they used to do. You know how you used to corral creatures? You corral like I think the American Indians used to do it with was it buffalo or something like that? Possibly. I don't want to get my stories mixed up, but they used to corral them down and then trap the big moas because they were quite big, like 3.5 feet, 3.5 meters, something like that. Anyway, it's a bit of fun. Hexola says, "Okay, some volume now was a glitch in the matrix. We're glitching in the matrix." J-Pon's in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, we're killing it here on this as well. No thanks on Hex Bear, says Hex Huddle. Your Hex Bear is doing the Hex Stakes. Yeah, I think we have talked about that. I only briefly though, and that's been around for a little while there to support another Hex derivative. So it's all good. I probably should do a bit more on Hex on their D1. D1, I'll probably look a bit more into Hex. I have done like a decent look at it, but it was a while ago. I'll try and have another look at that. Lucky Moa never met Briz with a sphere before. That's funny. Yeah. James. Well, the last thing they found. The prices fell to 411. The last thing they found was these prints of this Moa bird, like one of the big species. They got beautiful feet, like the beautiful bird, beautiful feathers. But they found these in a riverbed down South Island. They found some guy they were doing something there. I can't remember. But they actually accidentally found footprints in this rock. Perfect footprints, and they had the what do you call them? People that do that sort of stuff. I can't remember the name now. Just forgotten the member. But anyway, they cut out the whole stone. They took out all the rock out of the riverbed, and they took the footprints away to the museum. It was pretty hilarious. They're perfectly big, and it was one of the big ones too. The big ones. Let me try one more time. Writing my comments is Rod Spectric. I'm not sure what. Maybe it's YouTube is filtering that out, Rods. Maybe that's the case. Imagine if they tamed moas instead and we rode them around today. That'd be interesting, actually. Like I said, there's really small versions. I think it's like 16 or 18 species. There's really small versions. I've actually seen the bones inside caves in the underground, and of course they've lit up the caves. This is the top of the South Island in New Zealand. You can go in there. It's near the gold country where they used to find gold. They you'll see all the bones of the smaller moas. Rod says, does anybody see Fashion Code's latest fit? Talks about the code getting upgraded. Very interesting to know. I did see a quick look at that. I didn't actually watch the video, but I did see the title talking about the differences between Go and Go Ethereum and of course, Solidity. Cryptomaniac says, missed the stream, lost track of time. Working on Hex Track. Luckily, there is a rewind feature. That's true. Cryptomaniac, good to see you in the house there. And we look forward to your updates there on Hex Track. Archaeologist says, Briz, yeah, thanks for that. This mind blank there. Mind blank. Archaeologist. Baby Turtles in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. PLSD dumping now, says Hexodol. You call it a dump now, Hexodol? Seriously, that's severe. That's just moved to. That's where we started. It looks perfectly good. Rod's figure says, can you post the links? YouTube will also delete it. Also, Hex Token may have some words auto banned. I think I have certain words auto banned. I think, but maybe that is what's happening. Let's see. We got $4.11 on PulseDoge, looking pretty pumpamental. And let's see how they go. Now, the other thing, of course, the higher it goes, the more financial energy you need to make it, keep going. So people have to have buying power. But the word is spreading. Let's see how we go here. The plane is flying. There we go. This is your pilot speaking. We are about to travel to $5. Hold on to your hats. We could see some turbulence on the way. Your drinks will be coming very shortly. Your rocks on the your tonics on the rocks over. PLSD under 4 on matcha. PSD under 4 on matcha. Oh, really? What? Yeah, this is on Dex Screener, so don't know what happened there. It is just dropped. Seems to be okay on here. What else we got? 420 is still resistance. Resistance is futile, Hexhuddle. Resistance is futile. That's 420. I agree with you on that. But it is resistance is futile. Although it has had a pretty good run so far. Refresh. Oh, refresh. Bam. Let's refresh. I hope I don't lose my plane. Lose the plane. Let's go. No, $4.11. Still says $4.11. So there may be I don't know, maybe the API refresh doesn't refresh fast enough. I don't know. Is that $4.11 at the moment? Let's go to a different time scale. $4.11. Daily $4.11. Boom. Lots of claiming and selling. Lots of claiming and selling. Right, yeah. Well, let's actually look at that at one more time because I was actually going to look and see whether the whales were buying. So let's do that. We've got let's look at claims. We've got the 100 claim there. We've got what else? That's haven't done a claim for a little while. Just that 100 claim. That's in the last 52 minutes. So we've only had one claim, but we may have had some of the claimers swapping, selling. We've got some swaps going in there. 1,000. Yeah, only one claim there. Let's have a look at the holders. We're going to have a look at these top wallets. We'll pick out 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't look at these ones because I'm pretty sure they haven't increased anything. So the top wallet there, no accumulation in this current phase. Or 1 day ago, I guess it did. It was accumulating 2 days ago. So in the last couple of days, these have accumulated, but not today. 4 days ago. And then this last one, 6 days ago. So these top 4 wallets aren't accumulating at the moment, but they did in the last couple of days. These first 2 did a couple of days ago. So if we go back to PulseDoge, they were definitely doing it in here, accumulating. $4. It's come back like Hoddle says. It did come back. That's just the way it goes. I got a fuzzy. We're going to see Hex at 5 cents again, says Rod. It is looking on the weak side. I agree with you. $4, $6.40. So there might be some pickings coming up for Hex at the moment. Do agree with you on that. Let's go back to the quad charts here. Let's have a quick wrap up. We're at 6.5 cents on Hex. Hedron at 5555. That's pretty interesting. 5555 for Hedron. 11.24 cents for Maxi. And of course, the premium sitting at 74% on the Maxi there. So that's actually increased from 67. I think we're at 66, 67. So it's up 5 percentage points there. And PulseDoge obviously doing its thing. Party time on PulseDoge plane. Does that actually turn around now? Party time on PulseDoge plane. That's the old music soundtrack playing at the moment. Maybe Gunther's like, we've got to land somewhere. We've got to land somewhere. Gunther says, anyway. That's laggy. Match is faster. Refresh. It is. It aggregates the price nicely and quickly. It does. I agree with you. Good night, Superman. All it's now. Woo woo. A night. Signing out. Very, very cool. Thanks so much for what you do. We'll see you on the other side. And 5555 Hex Hedron. Yeah, that's so true. It is on a 555. Or at least it was 555. Yeah, 5555 on the Hedron. That's pretty funny. Man, Hedron's getting for a new low there, and Hex at 6.5 there. Too many homies selling down. Let's jump out at PulseX, and we're going to go over to the Hex Whale. What time is it here? 6:50. We're going to probably wrap up soon. Maybe let's see how we get on. Should we go for another 15 minutes? Hit the go button. Type go in the chat. We should go another 15 minutes. At the moment, of course. What do we had 42 minutes ago? 15 million Hex matured. 908 days. Woo! Oh man. 15 million Hex. Oh, 908 days. Damn. Let's have a look at the man. That's getting the ghetto out, isn't it? That's the wrong one there. I don't want to look at that one. Let's have a look here. 908. Well, like a boss. Man. They won't be getting as many t-shirts with that, even with the reward, 18 million. Man, oh man, that's pretty. That's interesting. Watch that one out, folks. 22,689. 22,6. Okay, we'll see. What else have we got? 54 hours ago, 53 million Hex stake for 3 days. What else in there? That's it. That's pretty much 50 million stake for 11 days. That's pretty much it. Was it retweet to all the world? Knows we are going to smash 100,000 stakers very soon. 1,655 more people since last week. Total value locked 4.1 billion. That's just the beginning of crypto. There's financial freedom soon. Pulsechain, passive income. So nice. It's a nice little graphic actually on the stakers. Hex. What's that? Hex adoption. Okay, that's pretty neat. What else there? I think that was it on there. 17 hours ago, Ape Hex introduced a weighted average stake length, a better way to evaluate hex skins. Longer stakes have more weighted than shorts. That's a good idea. That's cool. I didn't actually see this one. 3,675 days weighted average stake length. What's on this other one here? Nice update. Nice update there. 1 Hex T-share payout. A poll there. That's actually pretty nice. No. Okay, cool. That was pretty much it on there. Stake your app. So cool. Some big stake came out there. 908 days, 15 mil. All right. Let's jump out of there at the moment. I'm going to get back out of here. Let's have a look at some of the comments here. Hex PLSD says that Gunther flying the plane. Yeah, that's what I said. I said it was Gunther flying the plane there. It's like I did a flip round. All right, enough silliness there. I did say it was going to be a bit crazy this live stream. Hexol says PGL. That's true. So funny, Superman. Yeah. Go, says Briz. Keep it going. Oh. Wow, big one. Yeah, Hexol says. Today is that's on the stake, I guess. Today is the 3rd of June 2022. Adds up to 15, which is Hex number. Nice. And also is 6.3, the same PB as Hexol. You had to bring us down, didn't you? Hex PLSD. PLSD again, you're rocking it. All right, so we're at $4.02 on PLSD. Hex inflation is 3.69, up to 3.69. Yeah, and the Hex tip was 3.6 cents. Yeah, that's true. See how it all is 3.6. That's pretty interesting. Gunther, point the plane toward upwards. Yeah. Let's Gunther, turn it up there. There we go. Way, Gunther. I just got off the phone with Gunther. There we go. Nice. Yeah, someone got filled at 0.369. Oh wow, yeah, that's true. Go. Since Rod Fitzpatrick. Go, bro. 4.16 on Matcher. Says Hexol. Yeah. Well, we don't mind the delay, Hexol. It's all right for the live feed. Maybe I'll bring that up next time. Bring up the good old Matcher with the faster updating. Brazilji, yay! All right, so cool. That's where we're at the stage. Let me have a little drink. Cheers, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, all that good stuff. That's how we rock it on the rolling. Let's play the update from we heard from Jesse the Pit Boss earlier regarding Hedron. Liquid loans, I mean. Let's do a little update on that. Nice little break in the section. Let's go.
Stacked. When are we going to see our stack balances? If people have referral codes, that kind of thing. When is that all going to be up in for people to see?
Yep. So listen, they're done. There's some filming that's being done, so people can. We just like to release films for everything we do too. So there's like a film being done by Matt that shows like how to read the page that shows all the balances and such.
Okay.
So literally, it could be today or tomorrow. I suspect maybe this weekend or at the latest Monday or Tuesday. Everyone's going to see that.
Yeah, so that's coming from Liquid Loans. Sacrifice balances coming out over the next few days, so it should be good. Create a bit of excitement for people. Rod Fitzpatrick says, "What did that 600 million stake do? Cash in or restake?" I'm actually not sure. What happened there? I might have to go back and look at that, Rod Fitzpatrick. Hex PLSD says also 36 is Richards. I do know quite a few of big stakes happened. People were restaking their short term. That did happen. I remember that. So that's probably some of that 600 mil. Also 36 is Richard's birth date and when added together. Nice there, Hex PLSD. You have worked out all this stuff. That's pretty amazing. Precisely, this is the flight tower to Flight 369. We're gonna need you to send higher over. Yeah, oh man, yeah, that's true. The matcha chart is pleb, but good enough, just not for TA. So that's true. The Hex logo is 3 hexagons. Hexagons, yep. Your screen blurry, I think, Superman. Is it? Oh, it is a bit blurry too. What's happening there? Let me shut down a few things. I'm going to shut down a few things here. It's probably because I played that live feed. I'm going to shut down that too. And we'll shut down PulseDoge. And we might even shut down the Discord. And here we are. How was that? Is that reset? Cool. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days or so, says Hexodal. Yeah, that's true. It is getting closer though. It's okay now. Yeah. Close down. It's probably because I played the video. I may have done something there with the feed. Now it's gone blurry again. It seems okay. Oh, it is a little blurry. It's probably because I played that feed on there. I might remove that from the studio. There we are. That might help as well. Yeah, once again, just the way technology works sometimes. There we are. So the plane actually got bigger. Have you noticed the plane got bigger? I don't know. How did the plane get miraculously bigger on here? That's probably a good size. I don't know. That size is probably right. That's too small now, like that. We'll keep the plane like that. There we are. It's on your end with the resolution jumping, says Hexodal. Yeah, it does look a little bit blurry on that side. It looks perfectly fine on my Mac, on the Mac here. Set it manually. What is it? Lol, PLSD is jumping up and down a lot, yeah. But oh boy, $4.16. Woohoo! Look at it in the 1 minute candles. Let's look at 1 minute candles. Bam, we're gonna get rid of the bam, that's the 1 minute candle. You just have a little bit of this volume in here at the moment, so some big selling, big buying. Just get rid of that. We'll go back to the daily there. No, the daily. Should we do the hourly? How's the hourly looking? There's the hourly. That's the hourly chart there. The hourly doesn't look as dramatic as the daily. The daily looks really dramatic. Might keep it on the daily because it looks so cool with the daily towers there. Plane full of fat gains, says Exodal. That's true. The plane's getting fat gains, so we're going to make the plane bigger there. There is. The plane's got fat gains on it, so we're going to leave it nice and big. It's a turbulent plane. It's going through turbulence. Are you sure Gunther can fly? Says Exodal. Well, it's flying okay so far because it's been going up and to the right there. So I think it's been flying pretty good up here. And away it goes. What is it in Top Gun where they fly past the tower? What's that called? He asked for permission. Fly past the tower. A flyby? No, something else. I'm sure someone will tell me. It went down to $4 and jumped at the $4.20. I know it's like a boss here, 14.16. It's doing pretty well. $4. Yeah, we're watching that. There might be some nice opportunities in the Hex price at the moment, given the way it's pulling back there a little bit. XP likes to Gunther the new Maverick. Yeah, that's true. Plane can't make it to the moon. Got to change into Apollo or something. Well, we actually have that, man. We have that now. I didn't think we did, but oh, that's on my other chart. It's on my other chart. Let me have a look here. Where's the pictures gone? I can't even see the pictures on this one. Here it is. Yeah, I didn't think we had a rocket, but we do have a rocket. Look, we have a rocket, man. We have a red rocket. We have a red rocket. That's red rocket's bad, right? Red rocket. Let's go with yellow rocket. Yeah, yellow rocket. Yellow rocket. We're gonna have to moon after that. We're gonna have the moon up there, but that's our yellow rocket. I can't believe I didn't see the rocket the other day. It's like embarrassing, man. And Blobfish King in the house. I regret selling my PLSD for Hex so early. but got Maxi, and with the Hex, I have T shares. A nice one, Blob. Well, you're definitely earning. You're earning Hex per day, so that's all right. Top Gunther. That's true. Not red, yeah, not red. So green. I got yellow. Had yellow. Yellow is for caution. That's true, Hexadol. Well, if we go higher, okay. Once we get over $5, like hold on. Once we break a new all-time high, so the new high will be $5.05. Once we get $5.05, we'll change the plane to a rocket and we'll upgrade Gunther. Will now be a astronaut and not a pilot. That's what we're going to do at $5.05. That's a deal in the making right there. I'll have to get a little picture of Gunther on there, a little picture as a pilot. Yeah, $4.20, quite getting over that $4 mark and selling at $4.20. Definitely some dumping at $4.20 though. So plebia, that's true. Very true. Let me post some emojis here. Got some emojis, some rockets, some rocket emojis. Bam. Got some. Actually, I don't have those loaded up. I should probably add in a PulseDoge emoji. Now you can get them on Discord now. We've got PLSD emojis on Discord. So if you want to use that, there's a PLSD emoji on the Discord there. I actually closed it down, but Discord. Actually, I might close. We'll come back to it later. But anyways, a PulseDoge emoji in there. $4.14 at the moment. Let's not get distracted. Hex Token rock emojis. Yeah, nice one there. Bam, got some cool must stuff there. Looking good. So I hope you guys, I don't know. Some people are doing, they get paid weekly or fortnightly. They're doing DCAing in at the moment. Accumulating volume, man. That's the name of the game. Especially when these prices come back so far. It is accumulation phase. Especially when you see so much FUD and fear in the streets. It's like, yeah, you got to be the strong person and accumulate when the fear is strong. Obviously not investment advice, but accumulate. Has the OA claim PLSD or just the 10 per claim? I wonder if it's dumping like Hedron. No, the OA doesn't get that's 10 Hedron per claim until the end of the 100-day phase, and the BA address gets 10 as well. They both get 10 PLSD per claim at the end. We've got 19,000 claims so far. So what's that? 380,000 so far. They'll get at the end. They're great emojis. Hex Token. Yeah, I like the emojis. They're pretty good. Apparently, the 08 has to wait at the end. That's correct. 100-day launch phase. So it's still 56 days, did we say? There we go. So 56 days till they get it. Gunther talked about that with their whale syndicate, that they felt that they would have. They didn't know obviously what they're going to do with those tokens, but they felt that they would have quite a not good control over the supply with their whale syndicate. So once again, that's the claim, and definitely the chart's going up. So at least for the time being. Gotcha. Yeah, all good. Wonder if the daughters will claim though. They don't have to claim. No one has to claim. They just get airdropped them. They're just going to get airdropped to the actual OA address. Actually, let's pick that up since you talked about that. It's probably a good idea. Let's go and have a look at that. Bam. So we're going to go to the PulseDoge address. That's not going to slow it down too much. And we're going to go to the claim. Bam. You get out of there. We're going to go to. I hope that's not going to slow down my. Get there. Bam. Bam. There's the PulseDoge coin, and you can see here the origin address here 07C03, and of course the benevolent address here OX89344. So they're going to get 10 tokens per claim, 100-day claim phase there. So they get that at the end. So you can scroll down to here, also see that. Here, so the hex.com O address and the BA address, both of those two addresses I just showed you, they will receive 10 PLS no matter what the size of the claim. So it's basically per claim, done to demonstrate the project's legitimacy, honesty, and respect to whoever or whatever owns and operates the address. The OABA mint function can only be run once at the end of the 100-day phase. So that's pretty much it. Like the Hex.com OA address receiving 10 PLS for each address claim for any size, so too will the PulseDoge BA address receive 10 PLSD as well. The Hex.com OA address helped Hex would surmise the same type of behavior for the BA address. Again, you must have no expectations of profit. So, you're looking at, like I say, was it 380,000 at the moment, in addition to what's already on the chain here. So in addition to that, $4.13. We're rocking it. Hey man, we're coming up to 2 hours, so we're going to wrap it up at 2 hours. We've got 9 minutes to go. That's where we're at the stage. I know Briz is going to go. He's going to type in go. Exodals in there, the ones with the stakes, daughters with stakes can technically. RS, I guess they can. You're right there. That's true. In addition to 10, that's true. So while there are at least, I think there's still 7 or 8 daughter addresses that are staked in the Hex staking. Yeah, there's a list. Gunther account has a list of that. Man, Gunther's all over this place. Gunther has account on that one. So yeah, the daughters can also claim if they choose the stakes. That's true. Probably wouldn't do that for 300. I don't know if they'd do it for 300 tokens though. I don't recall, or at least maybe, was it? Or maybe was it 300? Yeah, 300, somewhere in that ballpark. Go, says Pulsechain. Don't bring go, yeah. Yes, I think there's is there 8 big stake addresses left? I think possibly. I was going to go through that. I just need to spend time doing it. Getting so lazy now. Getting lazy. Got to get onto it. I'm running this Pulsechain, Pulsechain ads at the moment, so they're going okay. Let me just have a look here. Let me go have a look at the keywords here. I started off with 10 keywords. I've got 2 keywords now on the. I've got 10 keywords on the Google ads now. I've got cryptocurrency and crypto news. They seem to be the best in terms of people watching the video. So that's the Pulsechain ecosystem video, the 3-minute one. So yeah, that's ticking along. Going okay. I'm going to be doing a third ad. So I did my first ad. I only ran that for a couple of hours. That taught me a little bit about how it works. And then I did this ad on Pulsechain, and now I'm going to be doing a third one as well. And that's going to be I'll publish that too. So I'm going to work on that. It's going to be good. I think that might be really good. So we'll see. I've got to learn how to get experience with optimizing the Google stuff, but so far it's not too bad. So this is actually introducing new people to Pulsechain, new people for Pulsechain, so it's a good thing, right? We all know that when Superman gets his money in a few days and buys his bags at Hex, the price will instantly reach New York time high. Nice one there, Rod. That's cool. I like that. Not quite, but yeah, certainly looking forward to it. All right, so $4.14 as we're at the moment, and Gunther is just taking his time at the moment in terms of we're at this stage. So boom. Does that actually go off the map? It does go off the map. That's crazy. That does go off. That's funny, man. That's funny. You know what they should have on here on the deck screen? They should have do they have it on TradingView? They do, don't they? They have an animator. They have an animator where you can animate the plane going past. That'd be pretty cool. I'm going to check out TradingView later on. I'm sure they've got something like that record feature. I'm not sure if it does animation on the objects, but maybe it does the chart only. That's hilarious. Let me know in the chat if you know if there's TradingView has that kind of advanced animation. It's a cool vip, as we said. Cool vip. All right. So under those have actually. Oh wow, the view rate went and dropped on the cryptocurrency. I'm not sure what it is. We'll see how we get on there. Keep on getting those notifications. All right, I don't know right there. I'm gonna pump some of these emojis. Look at these emojis, look cool, man. Bam, bam. Those emojis look good against the black background. We've also got the Hetron, the Maxi, and the Liquid Loans gold. The gold emoji is pretty cool. Got Liquid Loans, the purple one, in there too. And they're not too bad. Look at those. Those are the Hetron, Maxi, Liquid Loans. Pretty good on there. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty good too. A great white is pumping them out there. Nice. All right, so let's turn this plane around. Come on. Let's get it going up there. Bam, bam, bam. Drinks on the plane. Drinks on the plane. Snakes on the plane. No snakes on this plane. Just nothing but drinks, pumpermentals on the train. Pump my bags on the plane. We got 21,529 PulseDoge in there. So it's starting to get eaten up there. Can see that getting bought up quite quickly now. So 10,000. Go do a market order there. Rocking that. There we go, $4.13. I thought we might get one last little pump before the live stream wraps up in 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. But so far we're sitting here at this stage. We'll see how we get on. Don't forget you can subscribe to the channel and smash the subscribe button. Hit the bell, of course. And of course, hit that like button on the way out too. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't joined Discord, get in Discord, man, heading towards 500 members. Great Discord there, so get in there as well. It's a way of extending the channel 24/7 too, and of course also syndicated to Jen Hex, Craig Whiting, and Heinz Crypto channel as well. Very cool. There we go, $4.13. Dun, 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 dun. What time is it here? It's now 7:13 p.m. in the evening here on Friday. So some of you will just be starting Friday, I imagine. So it's getting into evening here. Got to think about what's for dinner tonight. That's for sure. I've got one piece of chicken left I can cook up, and with vegetables, maybe some potato, kumara, peas and corn. That's pretty healthy, it sounds like to me. So I could do that. That might be on the menu tonight. As well. It's kind of cool cutting out the vegetables. I like doing that. It's kind of something cool about that. I'm not sure what it is. Is it like camp? Does it remind you of like going to a kids' summer camp or something like that? Cutting up the vegetables. Very cool. All right, we're going to do a Great White says homemade cheeseburger Friday for me. That sounds pretty good there, Great White, to be honest. You're trying to turn my mind into burgers. I love burgers, that's for sure. $4.14. I wonder if I know that yesterday a couple of people said they were going to claim their PulseDoge, so they hadn't claimed, so they probably claimed. Yeah, ticking away, not quite halfway yet, getting halfway through the launch phase. Man, we'll see. Imagine if this thing gets to $25, $35, $40, people will be kicking themselves selling so early. If it gets up to that level, no, it'd be crazy by the as we move through the launch phase. There'll be no more PulseDoge after that. That will be it. No inflation. Imagine if they had a burning mechanism as well. Who knows? Would that be playing well? Don't know. Maybe they don't need it. Other projects might come and try and attract your PulseDoge. So we'll offer you this, but you put your PulseDoge in there. That can be a little trap there. All right, coming up to 2 hours, folks. I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. And of course, if you want to check out Liquid Loans update, we did cover that in the first half. And of course, we had Jesse in there as well from the Liquid Loans team. That was pretty cool, giving some alpha updates there as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and I'll see you in Discord. Obviously, 2 more live streams tomorrow. Pulsechain, PulseX, and Hex. We are waiting patiently for the launch, of course. And of course, we'll be covering that all the way up until it does launch. And of course, when it does launch, we'll be having a party time. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch the launch. First couple of months, it's going to be absolutely intense. All right, don't forget, if you're Hex Token channel members, smash out the emojis on the way out. Wish everybody well, wherever you are, and have a lot of good times. Bye. Peace out. A lot of good times. Rock on. Excellent. All right, bye for now. Take care.